Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of Coach's Corner, our weekly coaches interview when we sit down with Trevor Gorman, the head men's soccer coach here at the University of Albany. First of all, thanks for a couple seconds here, and I want to talk about Lafayette first. The last time that we had spoke, all eyes were pointing towards that game. That was a victory that you guys avenged this past week for a loss a season ago. Alfonso Pinero puts one on the board for you guys, and you win that game 1-0.
Yeah, that was great to go on the road and to get a hard-fought win. Any game in college soccer, especially as you get toward the end of September into October, it's a battle. It's a war, and Lafayette is traditionally a very difficult opponent, and playing on their field, we were really pleased with how we handled the game. First half was tight, back and forth, and we got the breakthrough. We felt like if we just stuck to our game plan, we could get a breakthrough. And then I was really most pleased with how we handled the game after we went up a goal. We maintained a lot of possession in their end. We kept them on the back foot and limited their opportunities to get us. So really good overall team performance. And anytime you get a win and a shutout on the road, you're delighted with that.
And Alfonso, again, grabbing a headline. We've talked about him through the past couple of years, but he's tremendous for you guys as far as putting it in the back of the net, right?
Yeah, he's a goal scorer. Yeah. Anytime you have players that are goal scorers or a threat to score a goal at all times, they make your team different. And so having him up front, hungry for goals, in a little bit of a rhythm, scoring pretty regularly for us this year, that just gives us confidence. That gives his team confidence that if we can get it up in and around there, we're going to be dangerous. And it also gives confidence to the other players that they're going to get chances based off of his movement, based off of his threat. So we have more than one scoring threat in every single game. So he's doing well for us, and hopefully he continues that in the week ahead.
And in the last contest, you guys played St. Francis of Brooklyn, and the Terriers have one of the best defenses in the country, if not the best defense. They still haven't lost yet, I'm pretty sure, right? 7 victories and 2 ties. And that game was pushed to the 107th minute when you end up losing on a penalty kick. I'm sure you're frustrated, but you got to be pleased with your team and the way that they fought with that tremendous NEC team.
Oh, we're proud of the guys, and certainly we go down to a game like that, we think we're just as good as anyone we compete with, and it was a very combative college soccer game. They have a beautiful setting down there. Their field is overlooking basically Manhattan. You can see Manhattan skyline, you can see the Statue of Liberty. It's right there on Brooklyn Bridge Park, Pier 5. But with that comes some wind when you're out there on the water, and so you get a bouncy turf with some wind, and it's a back and forth college soccer game. They are very good. They're very confident right now. They haven't lost. They've only conceded 1 goal all year, and I thought their performance was indicative of a team that's used to winning. So we went toe-to-toe for a long time, 107 minutes, and it's unfortunate when games get decided on a referee's decision that late, and that's soccer, and we're not going to spend a ton of time dwelling on that or complaining about that because nothing changes. We're proud with our effort. We had our chances to win. We certainly felt that we deserved at least a draw, but we take good things out of the performance, out of the team character, out of the heart that we put into it, and now we hope that serves us well moving forward with conference play on the horizon.
And that's really what matters most, is what you do inside of America East play. But you had a pretty good non-conference schedule. What did you learn about your team in the first couple months here?
I learned a lot of things that we thought we knew, but it's always good to see them affirmed. And we have a great group of guys that will battle hard for each other, that will come to work every single day, that like each other, that like to play with each other, and they want to get better every single game. And so we've seen ourselves grow. We've had 2 good wins on the road out of 3 away games. We've had some good victories at home. We've taken in a lot of lessons and learned from all of them. So now as we head into our final non-conference game before conference play and the America East here in October, we think we have a pretty good idea who we are, and if we can just get all of our bodies healthy and available at the right time and be ready to go, we can put a really strong run here in the next month.
And as you just alluded to, you have Hartwick coming up next, and that's your last prep game, if you will, before you jump into conference play. What do the Hawks present, and what do you know about them?
Well, we're pretty familiar with Hartwick. We play them typically every year, and we usually see them in the spring as well. They're off to a good start, 4-2-2, and have some nice wins, especially on the road on the West Coast. They went out and got a couple of wins out there. So we know what we're getting with them. Be very organized, very disciplined. They will know how to play. They'll be combative. They'll be hardworking, energetic. A lot of good traits in any team that's coached by John Scott. So we know what we're seeing there. No secrets between the two of us. We're hoping that if we come out and play with the energy and the drive on our home field, we can go ahead and get that win to propel us into Saturday.
All right, thanks for a couple minutes, and best of luck on your final tune-up.
Great, thank you.
All right, that'll do it for this week's edition of Coach's Corner. As always, we'll sit down with Coach Gorman a week from now and look back at Hartwick and, of course, finally look ahead to the America East schedule. For Trevor Gorman, I'm Zach Bye. We'll see you next time.